This is author Cody Lee, author of Rabbit Hole and Cruel and Beautiful, and owner of BlackCatBooks.org. And I've been listening to the Game of Thrones Fire and Blood audiobook, the history of the Targaryens. And it is, of course, not very interesting, not very engaging, not very good. But what more can we expect from A Song of Ice and Fire? What more could we expect from George R. R. Martin, the man who spent 30 years to not finish his books? Again, this is a project that really should not have been made. The book should have been finished first, and they should have been finished quickly, and then he should have been focused on the supplementary material. In a way, seeing this thing, surface, seeing this thing exist, seeing this thing be a thing that people can buy instead of the Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring. It's disappointing. It really is. If you if you're like me, right, and don't like the books in general, right? If you're like me and you're watching people struggle with the fact to come to grips with the fact that Game of Thrones isn't really that good or interesting or even a thing that exists, right? With the show ending and no future books in sight. If you're like me, you understand that wow, this is not a good situation. And I'm always seeing people come out and try to damage control for George, try to damage control it takes a long time to write a book. It doesn't take 30 years. Let's be let's be very very clear here. It does not take a decade to put out a book when you've established your universe, you're setting a number of numerous plot lines. George just does not have the talent to pull off what he should be doing. That is the long and short of it, I think. The ending to Game of Thrones will not be satisfactory, assuming we ever get to it. What we've gotten already isn't all that interesting, and the spin-off material, the show, and this audiobook are just not that great. There's nothing special about Game of Thrones. Read a better book.